Hello, everyone, and welcome to the April Showers Network. I am so glad to have you all. Today, I'm going to be talking and showing videos of black men being kicked off airlines. Without further ado, let me start with my opening. Okay, this video is protected by the Fair Act 107. Any views and opinions expressed are those of Darlene April, aka April Showers Network. And what I want to talk about today is why. Hey Zoo, why am I seeing black people being kicked off airlines? How you doing, Zoo? And I want to say I am so glad the Democratic National Convention is over with, um, and I'll be giving my opinion on that Buffale show, uh, and which one I like the best. But anyway, I'm not going to be on here too terribly long. I just want to show people what we have been experiencing with these airlines, with blacks being kicked off of major airlines.
Men are telling their story to our Chris Van Cleave.
We're the only ones getting taken off the plane. Look at this.
This video at the center of a newly filed lawsuit against American Airlines appears to show a number of black men after they've been removed from a flight allegedly due to a complaint about offensive body odor.
So this is discrimination.
The lawsuit claims as Flight 832 from Phoenix to New York was finishing boarding in January, American employees removed 8 black men from the plane. They were not traveling together, weren't seated next to each other, did not know each other, and appeared to be the only black men on the flight, according to the suit filed early this morning.
As I got my things and walked to the front of the plane and made a left to the jet bridge, I noticed that there was 7 other black men. And that kind of was like, okay, what's happening here? So
For plaintiffs Emmanuel Jean Joseph, Alvin Jackson, and Xavier Veal, Flight 832 was a connection. They'd taken an earlier flight from Los Angeles without issue.
It was just black men. So I started freaking out. I pulled out my phone to record everything.
At any point, did somebody from American say to any of you that you had an offensive odor?
No.
The lawsuit claims over the course of about an hour, the men were kept in the jetway and then moved to the gate area where they were told they'd be rebooked on another flight to New York later that day, and alleges an American employee indicated the complaint about offensive body odor had come from a white male flight attendant. A gate agent seen in the video at one point seems to agree race was a factor in the men getting pulled off the flight.
just because of the color of my skin. Okay. Okay.
I do not disagree with you.
But when another flight to New York couldn't be found, they were put back on the same plane.
Had to go back on the plane with everybody looking at us, for me, very uncomfortable. Everybody staring at me. Me and all the other black people on the plane were just taking off.
I knew that as soon as I get on that plane, a sea of white faces were going to be looking at me and blaming me for their late flight of an hour.
Their lawyer, Sue Huta, says American declined to give her clients any answers about what happened in Phoenix.
It's almost inconceivable to come up with an explanation for that other than the color of their skin, particularly since they didn't know each other, they weren't sitting near each other. It seems fairly apparent that race was part of this dynamic.
The lawsuit cites other recent incidents where passengers have alleged being discriminated against by American and a 2017 NAACP travel advisory urging members not to fly the airline. It was lifted about 8 months later.
We were discriminated against. The entire situation was racist.
Do you think if you were anything other than a black man, this would not have happened?
If I was a white person, it probably wouldn't have happened.
I think they would have walked past like the other white passengers that were there.
CBS legal analyst Ricky Kleeman.
The plaintiffs may really have no interest in money, and they may have a sincere interest in making a public statement about racial discrimination by a major airline.
Is this kind of case a tough one to win at trial?
The question at trial really is about what are the protocols of American Airlines. And they better have some, and they better have done something with these particular employees in terms of discipline after this action.
American Airlines tells CBS News it takes all claims of discrimination very seriously and says in a statement, our teams are currently investigating the matter as the claims do not reflect our core values or our purpose of caring for people. The lawsuit seeks unspecified damages. Nate?
Chris, thank you. Looks like American Airlines has some explaining to do.
Some explaining to do. All of us sympathize with the jobs that flight attendants have. It's a slippery slope when you think of the amount of power that a single flight attendant might have. I've seen things go amiss on flights, not necessarily American Airlines, but where just someone says the wrong thing at the wrong time, but it's just a comment.
Right.
And it escalates
then
to
they flex
you're
their power on you.
Exactly. And you get thrown off a plane.
Those fellas are going to own that airline by the end of this.
We'll see.
Davis was handcuffed and taken off a United Airlines flight. The former Broncos lawyer shows the moment Terrell Davis was handcuffed and taken off a United Airlines flight. The former Broncos lawyers sent us this video, and in it, you see FBI agents leading Davis off the plane after a flight attendant claimed the former Bronco hit him. Davis says he lightly tapped the attendant to ask for a cup of ice for his son. We just spoke with Davis's attorney.
The video demonstrates a very calm and cooperative Mr. Davis, but sadly, the video also demonstrates a very scared Mrs. Davis. If you see her reaction, her facial expression, she's shocked, confused, she's scared, humiliated. And that's what the Davis family experienced on board of this United flight.
It issued a statement that included an apology. The airline says they removed the flight attendant from duty while they review what happened.
And I now have a son as well. Jonah. What you got? A chair?
Now we have the latest.
Plane, y'all. They try to take me out of first class. I'm a celebrity. I'm telling this. They try to kick me off the plane, y'all. They try to take me out of first class. I'm a celebrity. I'm telling this is gonna be repercussions.
Juvenile not holding back as he gets into a fight with some flight attendants after getting booted from his first class seat.
Yeah, and the took me out of first class on my dinner, downgraded me.
The rapper going live on Instagram, giving his followers a glimpse at what went down.
Where are you trying to put him at?
We gotta put him in coach.
Oh, no.
You ain't putting me in no coach, man.
Absolutely.
You ain't putting me in no coach, man.
Absolutely.
This ain't never happened to me in my life.
These are our seats.
Man,
We got on our
y'all
tickets. It say 1A. It say 1A and 1C.
Wow. Come on, man.
Juvenile and his wife Shadonna calling out the plane staff for singling him out.
I'm not gonna let y'all choose me out of all the people on the plane and disrespect me. So I'm gonna get off the plane. Don't keep saying you're sorry. Don't keep saying you're sorry. Don't keep saying you're sorry. I don't want to do that. You're sorry. You're sorry you wouldn't pick me out of all the people on the plane. Seriously. Dude, I don't care who it is, whoever.
They took your seat but didn't take my seat. I don't understand. Ma'am,
Out of all the people on the plane, y'all pick a celebrity. Out of all the people on the plane, you pick me. Like you don't know who I am.
As for why his seat was downgraded and not Shadonna's, a rep for American Airlines tells ET an unplanned change in aircraft type affected his seat assignment. That change being an entirely different plane that ended up having less first-class seats available than the original. We're told the affected customers were chosen by an automated process, meaning at random. And unfortunately, Juvenile wasn't notified prior to boarding. The airline spokesperson revealing they've since apologized to him, adding that the airline strives to provide a positive experience to every traveler, and a team member has spoken with him personally to resolve the situation. ET has reached out to Juvenile's reps for comment.
Repercussions to this. So I'm not gonna let y'all disrespect me like that. I'm not gonna let y'all choose me out of all the people on the plane and disrespect me.
We're coming up on a major fundraising deadline, and there aren't many more between now and the election. So I
Crazy, we can get a manager down here to stop. Yeah, we can't do anything right now. Well, that's gotta go that quick. All right.
You have to rebook us. What about the flight that I just paid for to be in New York City?
Right, we got work.
This is crazy. Okay.
there we have, hold on. So there we have it. Um, American Airlines is back at it again, and they're back to kicking people off the airplane. You know, this is weird. You know, blacks are continuously being kicked off major airlines. This is totally unacceptable. They are coming up with all kinds of excuses, you know, and it's sad. It is sad. They come up with all kinds of excuses. Body odor, a random pick. You know, Juvenile and his wife had 2 first-class seats. A couple. And they think apologizing is acceptable. Apologizing is not acceptable. No, an apology. Maybe lifetime flights. Maybe give me 50,000, 100,000, 200, quarter million, 500,000 for embarrassing me, for the embarrassment, the shame, the humiliation. Y'all think this is acceptable? It's like, what are they doing now? Are they having the airlines profile people? Is this what's really going on? Is this what's really going on? Can everybody hear me? I'm just trying to make sure. Oh, okay, Zoo. Yeah, thanks for sticking and staying. But yeah, this is awful. This is terrible. I mean, and this is a continuous cycle. You know, you have all of these people right now in the country. Everybody is trying to say, oh, there's no discrimination, there's no racism. Allegedly, when Trump was in office, they want to say that, you know, racism was worse. Seriously? Are we serious right now? Are we serious right now? So we're still seeing blacks being kicked off major airlines. We still see it going on. You know, only thing Terrell Davis did, all he did was tap a flight attendant to say, "Can you please give me ice?" Can you give me ice? Along with his kids, the embarrassment. Like, this has to stop. So while you're worrying about what black people are doing, What are you going to do when these other people get on board? How you been doing, flamethrower? How have you been doing? So I want to share this story. We do I can't find the story that I wanted to share, but you know, be nice if we owned our own airlines so we can't be getting kicked off our planes. Okay, so you've been going on TikTok. I know for TikTok. Ooh, have you been growing on TikTok? Yeah, because YouTube is a trip. They put your shows in the algorithms. They pick and choose. You know, one week you can get 1K views. The next week you're down to 100. So yeah, they don't want everybody to get this money. They don't want everybody to get this YouTube money. They don't want everybody to get the YouTube money. They pick and choose who they gonna put in the algorithms, you know. So that's why a small content creators need to really stick together and support each other. Even though I've been going out lately since it's summer, getting out, you know, even when I wake up, I go on people's shows, I still share each other's shows. I still believe in, small bank can take over big bank if we all stuck together, but the content creators, they ain't trying to do that. They want to tell you how to run your channel, who you should have on your channel, who you shouldn't support, and they don't respect everybody. Instead of them running their own channels, run your own channel, they want to run your channel. So that's why I'm like solo dolo now. Mm-mm. Hey, TNT family. So yeah, that's just a little short video. I saw with Juvenile, and he's a rapper. Back that thing up. Remember, he had back that thing up. And everybody, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Oh, I'm doing fine, TNT. I'm doing just great because don't nobody move me. I'm going to keep on doing me. Ain't nobody getting ready to pimp me off these YouTube streets. I don't care who come to my shows. I'm going to still keep doing them. Because, first of all, you didn't make me, so you can't break me. And I want to tell all of you content creators to keep on doing exactly what you're doing. Yeah. Hey, Brownsburg. And you know what? I can't wait till this election is over. I've never seen people arguing, fussing, and fighting over an opinion. You know, if you say something about Trump, you must be for Kamala. If you say something about Kamala, you must be for Trump. You know, I'm going to say this again. Kamala Harris is the result of an Indian mother and a Jamaican father who came to the United States on academic visas, met each other, got married. Kamala has no grandparents, no great grandparents that's got any black roots. So y'all can take it from there. I'm not getting ready to be arguing with people. And at this point, it really don't matter, but don't sell me the black thing. I don't care what color you are. I don't care who you married to. All I care about are your policies. Your policies. And I wish that would just sink into people. So without further ado, you know, everybody, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. You know, I shared video on people that was kicked off. Blacks being kicked off major airlines. It hasn't stopped. Juvenile was as recent as yesterday.
No, it's Tuesday.
Okay.
Can you tell how to make that printer work?
Hold on, y'all. Let me end. Wait a minute. Let me end this show. Thank y'all for joining me today. No.